And welcome to this I Am Making Magic interview series. My name is Beth Martens. I'll be your host for this series, where we are highlighting the presenters of the Am.Festival. So when I'm not playing interview host for this special festival in Manitoba, Canada, I'm a business coach with a special love for those entrepreneurs who are out there doing their unique thing. And our guest today definitely is doing her thing. So I am super excited to be bringing you these stories of these amazing presenters. The purpose of sharing them is so you can see through the eyes of people who have fearlessly got out there to bring their gifts to the world. So you can see how that makes them catalysts for others and how their gifts were born of their own personal stories of transformation. Because that's how life-changing moments get created at the incredibly beautiful Am.Festival August 10 to 12 in Manitoba, where we hope you will join us. You can go to iamfestival.net/tickets to get them right now. So personally, I fell in love with the Am.Festival because it's a place where real people go. That's a kind of a rare thing in this world of appearances these days. So without further ado, I would love to introduce Amelia, who will be presenting Saturday afternoon at the festival. And Amelia, can you say your last name? I saw at your website, Seeds of Creations, which I want to give you that last name, but I bet you have one.
Yeah, so my last name is MacDougall.
Awesome, beautiful. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm going to introduce you briefly and just say that Amelia is an earth child, a visionary, a singer, a dancer, and a medicine woman. She's the lover of all things that are spirit and of life. You can most often find her communing with and observing plants, foraging and gathering bits of nature, creating nature mandalas, or dancing and enjoying being alive. Wow. Amelia pulls from a deep inner wisdom her personal practice and independent studies in mandalas, paganism, shamanism, and other spiritual practices when creating her workshops. So can you let us know more about yourself? Just tell us in a nutshell what it is that you actually do.
Yeah, so I do a lot of things. I guess I'll tell you my story of how it all got started. When I was a little girl, my mom always told me, and I remember always being very much in tune with nature, really enjoying gathering, collecting things, and being really inspired by the beauty of nature. And as I grew up, I sort of forgot this as I became distracted with, the mainstream world, all of the distractions that we face these days. And in the last 2 or so years, as I really began to tap into my connection to nature and develop that spiritual relationship with nature, everything began to change. And I've transformed my life now to one where everything really has become my spiritual practice, and my life revolves around my relationship with nature. And as I began to waken up this connection, I was very quickly inspired to want to share my experience with others because I care so deeply and passionately about the earth, and I really do believe that we're all on the earth right now with a seed, an idea, a dream inside of us that we're meant to realize in order to bring healing into the earth. So this is what really inspires me on my path to do the work I do. And I do a lot of work with nature mandalas, with mandalas, and also with the seasons, with foraging, wildcrafting, connecting with plants and nature in different ways.
So beautiful. Wow, you must be a mermaid.
I've been called a forest nymph before. I've been called several things of that regard.
I have a mermaid thing, you'll find out. So what inspired you to get into this work that you're so passionate about in the first place?
Yeah, it's a fusion of like the beauty and the magic of nature with the passion for the earth and for wanting to bring healing into the earth, because there's so much transformation that's going on right now, and so much healing that is occurring. And I just wanted to very deeply to be a part of that because of this love and connection I feel inside for the earth. So it's really that connection that's inspired me.
And so what were the turning points where you went from not doing this to doing this?
Mm-hmm. So it was really back in I guess January. I went to Ecuador for 5 months, and I had a lot of these kind of seeds and things that were germinating inside me, all these ideas, but I didn't really know how to integrate it all together, and didn't maybe have the confidence and like the really surety that I wanted to do it. And my friend was the one who was holding the retreat, and she was going to hold space for a cacao ceremony, and she wanted to integrate a mandala into it, and she knew how much the practice was important to me and that I had the experience in it, so she invited me to guide people in creating one, and I really loved it, and I sensed the importance of it, and I knew that there was so much room for me to grow into it. So when I got home is when I really started to take those steps to expand and to create workshops and to come up with expanded opportunities and ways of using it in my own life and then sharing it with others.
Beautiful. So what were you doing before you made that transition?
So before, it was really only in my personal life, and I was using it more as offerings, but with less intention. I think since I've gotten home for my trip, I really have studied and immersed myself more with how and to even a greater extent of how they're used in different spiritual practices and different backgrounds, and integrated that information to bring more intent and more depth to what I'm doing. And definitely more using it as a means of bringing people together and experiencing the connection of our energies, and as a healing tool for bringing people together as well.
Okay, beautiful. And so describe the results that someone's going to get from attending the workshop with you at the Am.Festival. How are they going to be transformed by it? What do you want them to feel differently or do differently than, say, they've felt or done in the past?
Yeah. So I really think people are going to be transformed because they're going to see nature and the earth in a different way. They're going to realize how much beauty and abundance that there is. I think that they're going to realize the power of having a two-way relationship with nature. What that power is. One of the things that I do touch on and highlight in the workshop is that two-way relationship, the give, and the take, and how there's that balance that needs to take place. So I think they're going to really realize the power of that. And I think they're going to be transformed to be inspired by nature. Nature is so inspiring and is so enlivening and awakening, and inspires so much creativity and growth within us. I think they're going to experience that. And what I want people to take home is, again, just the importance of that connection and how it can enhance their life, the importance of that two-way relationship with nature and how it can enhance their life, and to really walk through their lives with a new sense of mindfulness and understanding and appreciation.
So great. So great. And what would you say to those who are considering coming out to the festival to help them be prepared to get the most out of the experience?
Yeah, so I put some thought into this. I put thought into all the questions, but I think what could apply to my workshop would apply to all of them, that to come with an open mind, an open heart, and especially just a childlike mindset, because all of these things that we're going to be taking part in over the weekend, all of these different ways for self-growth and spiritual growth, it's about having fun. In the end, it's supposed to be fun. And the more joy and excitement you bring into it, the more openness you bring into it, the more you're going to get out of it and the better experience you'll have. So just, being as open as possible and lighthearted and playful, definitely.
Awesome. Awesome. Great advice.
Thank you.
Great advice. So thank you very much for joining us for this I Am Making Magic interview today, both Amelia and those listeners and watchers out in the world right now. Watch your email for the next interview coming up, and be sure to grab your I Am Festival ticket now at this link, iamfestival.net/tickets. Special thank you to Amelia for joining us, Amelia MacDougall, for taking the time to tell your powerful story and share your wisdom with all of us. If you'd like to find out more about me, feel free to drop by my website, bethmartens.com, for a free Merpreneur archetype quiz, where you can find out what your top mermaid archetype is and how you can serve through your gifts with it. Again, get your festival tickets now. I will be also presenting among these amazing artists, healers, teachers, and performers. Until next time, this is Beth Martens with I Am Making Magic, signing off. Bye for now.
Bye.